Wrestling is used to losing to American football, basketball, baseball, hockey, but now it's losing to soccer. It's losing to the Copa America. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The AEW Collision rating is in, and it's lower than the Copa America. Now, the Copa America seems to be performing better in the USA than the Euros are. And I mean, I guess that makes sense because I would imagine you've got a lot of people that are from South America. Plus, America's in the Copa America as well with Mexico. So it probably makes sense that the Copa America is more popular in the United States than the European Championships are.
Absolutely, despite the fact the European Championships is the bigger competition. I don't need to reveal that, but America, Mexico, they want to check out how the other teams are doing. It's like us, we watch the other teams in the Euros, doesn't mean we're supporting Spain, doesn't mean Mexicans are supporting Venezuela, just means they're watching it.
It does mean they're watching it, and on Fox Sports 1, Mexico versus Jamaica averaged 854,000 viewers, which was double the amount of viewers that Collision got. So there you go. Collision came in at 429,000, and on the same night, Mexico-Jamaica got more than double that, and Texas versus Tennessee in the Baseball World Series, the College World Series actually, so it's not even like the real baseball, not Major League Baseball, it's College World Baseball, and that got 2.186 million viewers. So there you go. Wrestling just isn't cool anymore. It's not popular.
No, it's not cool. When Jamaica in a football match is out there on you, what chance have you got? By double, by the way.
I mean, in the
the
Attitude Era, the only thing that was beating wrestling was American football, and even some weeks, Raw beat it.
Wrestling was beating Friends. Look how much people talk about Friends. Look how much that holds up today. And wrestling was smoking it. Fucking beating it. I mean, come on. I mean, look at wrestling's dead. Oh, Triple H is cooking. He's not cooking. And Tony Khan doesn't even know what the fucking appliances are.
Tony Khan doesn't have a cooker.
Here's hee-haw.
Doesn't have a kitchen.
He has a fucking microwave. He whips out these oriental dishes and thinks people are supposed to care.
But yeah, this rating that they got, 429,000, it is down 2%. Well, not down 2%. It's down 2,000 from last week's show, so not even a full percent there. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a shit rating because it's not. This is just what AEW Collision does. AEW Collision, whether you like it or not, is a low to mid 400,000 rated show. That's what it is. On a really bad week, it'll drop under 400,000. If you get like a very lucky like run in or something's on before it, or there's like a big match on or something like that, it'll get over 500,000. But more often than not, it's stuck in this like 430. That's actually like a good. That's probably the bang average rating for Collision. So, is what it is. What's your thoughts on that? Thoughts on Collision? Thoughts on the rating?
That is the ballpark that they're normally in. I mean, I know there was rumours a couple of weeks ago. 121,000 was rumoured. That was BS. But apart from that run-in they had when Strickland kicked off the show about a month and a half ago, when they got like 1.4 in the first quarter, that's abnormal for them. Once CM Punk left, it's been downhill, and it will continue to go downhill. I mean, it's just going to follow the same trajectory as Dynamite, but even worse.
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, here we go. Collision. Not a lot to really add, guys. I mean, the numbers bang average. So, let's look at the YouTube clips. Not a lot happening here. Most viewed, first place, we have 170,000 views. The Aerial Assassin versus Machine. International Champ Will Ospreay versus Brian Cage. Second place, 99,000 views. House of Black, send a statement to the Bang Bang Gang. Third place, 93,000 views. Hook, Samoa Joe and Shibata take on the Premier Athletes. Fourth place, 84,000 views. Okada takes on Lucha Libre legend Ultimo Guerrero. Fifth place, we have the Patriarchy makes a big move in the AEW's Trios division. Sixth place with 80,000 views. The FTW champ Chris Jericho and Big Bill teach Private Party a lesson. Seventh place, AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm and Mariah May co-star in Tag Team Action. Co-star? I mean, what a fucking shite title that is. And in eighth place, It was 49,000 views, big drop off. The Alchemist, Hichirio, and Daddy Magic square off, so nobody really cared about that. I mean, other than the highest viewed clip and the lowest viewed clip, everything was pretty much really... No, it was all similar levels here, not a lot in it.
Yeah, 18 what? No, about 28,000 between, 27,000 between second and seventh. It's just mediocre numbers, man. This is days ago we're talking here. Where's the stuff that draws? It's like the best thing on this show is barely close to anything in WWE, like in the worst category.
And once again, what we see in AEW, we see in WWE, women just don't draw. And I know Tony Khan's been criticised a lot in the past for, you know, the lack of women matches and the fact that he kind of limits the women to one match on Dynamite or one segment on Dynamite. But the numbers don't lie. I can see why he does it. And look, I think Tony Storm's the best thing in AEW.
They can't afford the loser rating, so why would he stick with it?
Yeah, I think Tony Storm's the best thing in AEW, but she just obviously isn't drawing. The people just don't really care about Tony Storm.
They don't care about Tony Storm. A storm is coming. And Tony Khan, that's one of the few things I'll agree with him on. But again, would you rather him use women than jobbers from Japan? Like, what's going to draw more? Like, the women that are... Well, it's not even a case of what they're going to draw more. What about the women that are actually there year-round compared to these bums that no one knows for MCLL? Would it not make more sense to use the women you've got? That's the only thing I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tony Khan needs to just go for it and have these women have like a threesome or something, the ones that Tony Storm's involved with. Just go for it. What have you got to lose at this point?
I think if we weren't in 2024, he would have done that.
He'd have pushed the boat out.
I do. I think because the world's very woke, and because AEW was known as like the... I think AEW will always be known as like the more left wing at the two shows, but I feel like with Triple H, it's definitely more left leaning WWE these days compared to under Vince. So I think Tony Khan won't want to ruin all that.
See, the thing is though, I think it could happen on AEW. I just don't think Tony Khan's the guy that's going to suggest it. I think if it got brought to him as an idea, he'd be more willing to go with it.
Yeah, he likes men wrestling in tights.
But that Mina Shirakawa, like, she's got like a reputation, like she is like flirtatious, and in Japan, like she apparently does that, and she does like sexualize herself, and she's like made it with women in the past, and I know she done it with Tony Storm about 2 months ago when she brought out the champagne and revived her. I mean, Tony Khan got a lot of shit for that, and after finding out a little bit more about the person, we actually kind of defended Tony Khan, saying that, look, if that's her kind of character, if that's her gimmick, if that's the way she portrays herself, then why the fuck are you blaming Tony Khan?
If Tony Khan...
But that was the best it got for her, you know, that was the most people cared about.
But say they get a cheap boost, right, in the ratings or the views, that's all good. But are they going to lose long term with the nerds that don't like it?
That's a risk that you take. I think AEW can't play it safe.
Aye, they can't afford any more snookers.
No, I mean, why not? You know, fuck it. I would date. Mariah May betrays Tony Storm at Forbidden Door and then just copy the Edge and Lita live sex celebration.
There you go.
Go for it. Even if you don't do it, just advertise it.
No, because they're advertising exploding the ring.
Let's be honest, it's not like Edge and Lita actually fucking had sex, you know what I mean? Just advertise it. We don't have the quarter numbers, right? I guarantee you, right, the quarter numbers back then, that was off the charts.
Did you not find out the quarter numbers? Not right now, like, I'm just saying, could you?
But are you gonna dispute that? Are you gonna try and claim that wasn't the highest rated thing going in wrestling for like the longest time period?
I bet it was, yeah.
I guarantee you it was. So yeah, maybe Tony Khan can do something, but right now there's not a lot happening. I think Tony Storm's done a really good job. I'm intrigued in this feud, but it's just not bringing in the numbers, is it?
Nope, the numbers are dead.
Just the people that watch AEW, they don't really want Tony Storm, you know, they want all these...
I want Kenny Omega!
Will Ospreay and all this stuff, so there you go, guys. You know what, if Tony Khan doesn't care about the women's division, though, can you expect anyone else to?
That's the problem.
So, there you go. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I mean, Mercedes Moné, her run's been a failure.
It has been.
Like, it doesn't feel like she's in AEW.
From 800k to 500k.
I mean, what is happening here with Mercedes Moné? So I don't know, guys. Anyway, that's it. The ratings are in. Ratings don't look good. Numbers don't look good. Nothing looks good for AEW, Collision, or Dynamite. All kind of sucks, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.